Hey, what's up, guys? This is Atone or Max, and today I'm going to be talking about why you should make art. So, pretty much, I'm going to try and make this sound as good as I can, but it's a loose idea. So, pretty much, the artist Virgil Abloh, Rip, he, one of his big things, and you should definitely look him up if you don't know who he is. He's an amazing guy, and probably one of the most important people we've had in the last 20 years in the design area, art area. So, one thing he did that was kind of controversial, but also very cool, was his principle was to, when he designed something, he would only change 3%, or only aim to change 3% of what he was doing. So, for example, when he made a chair, he would only try and change the chair in 3%. So, that's a pretty cool thing, because I think when you're beginning, a lot of people, well, and even people who are way in their career, they think, well, if I create something, it has to be totally original. I can't do anything else. If I make a chair, it's got to look like no other chair ever. It has to be the most unique chair ever made, which is, one, really hard to do, and two, almost impossible to do, because how are you going to make a chair that looks like, it's possible, and you can get there, but ideas like that, to where you have to be 100% original, you can't borrow from anyone, are so backwards when you think about creating, because creating is taking ideas that are floating around and grabbing this from here, and combining it to make something new. So what I'm trying to illustrate that with is The Simpsons, alright? So, great show, right? Family of four, mother, father, two kids. Both the kids are kind of out there, a little bit quirky, and Family Guy. Family of four plus the dog. Oh, five, I guess. But the kids are definitely their own characters, too. The husband's kind of a dumb guy, portrayed as dumb. Husband's kind of a dumb guy. Wife kind of holds them together. The son, rambunctious, I guess, Stewie's kind of like that, too. But what I'm trying to say is, should Family Guy not exist because Simpsons exists? Or should either or? Should, flip-flop it, too. So even though the art, very similar. The writing, similar, topics they cover, similar. But they're both great shows, and they both add to the cartoon industry tremendously. And so many millions of people enjoyed this cartoon. So, if I was to go back and talk to myself, maybe 6 years ago, I would stop myself from, I would draw something like an idea. But then, this is maybe 4 years ago, and I would make something, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then I realized, oh, there's a ton of stuff just like this. It's like, so I wouldn't post, or I wouldn't want to show anyone, or I'd just scrap it, And that thinking is really bad, especially when you first start, because you don't have to be original at all. I posted something on my Snapchat story the other day, and I might have posted it on Instagram too. But I said something on the lines of, it's not about being original, it's about being slightly original. So, and a good way to think about this is, for example, giant companies. So, my phone right here, Samsung phone, it came out 2 years ago, last year maybe. It's the A52, or I think. But the point is, look at this. Alright? Does it look very original? Does it feel very original? No. Does it function in any real original way? No. These headphones, they look like pretty much headphones, don't they? Are they original in any way? I don't think they're original in a single way. And then you can even look at art. Most art is slightly original. There's artists who have been known to, I just was looking up, there are artists, for example, I'm sorry I don't have the actual people, the specific information, but I know for a fact there are artists who looked at other artworks and directly referenced those poses into their own works. And I'm talking about like the great masters from like way back, like Renaissance type stuff. So if these people who are like the gods of art, were borrowing from their peers like poses and for example, I know one was drawings of plants and animals that weren't in that area of the world, like I think it was elephants and stuff. The Garden of Earthly Delights is the painting I'm trying to reference here. But some of the fruits and animals in that painting, the artist had never seen before. He had just seen someone else's drawing of them. So that's an example where it's like, he's directly drawing, and if you look at the comparisons of what he saw and what's in his painting, it's one for one. So he's pretty much taking this drawing and putting it into his painting. So just like I mean, these are the greats, some of the most regarded artists ever. Virgil Abloh, one of the most regarded artists, one of the most what do they call it? I don't know what the word is, but you know what I'm saying. The most praised, the most respected, the most accomplished. If these guys are taking and borrowing and barely changing it and making new, why should you go for being 100% original? It's almost impossible to be 100% original the more you look at art. And trying to be 100% original will only build walls in front of you. So really stop trying to be original. Stop calling out people for not being original. The work that you think they're stealing was probably stolen, and then stolen, and then stolen, and then stolen, and stolen, and stolen. There's probably 1,000 designs that look just like it, or 1,000 artworks that look very close. So really, please stop trying to be so original and just do a little bit different. That's all you have to do. Like, maybe the Simpsons cartoon, for example. If I took this and I illustrated it in black and white, someone's done that. If I thickened up the lines, someone's done that. If I switched out their heads for different characters, someone's done that. But it's not about being 100% original. It's about changing it a little bit, and then the more you do that, you'll figure out, oh, you know, each little change. How do I say this? It's like if everyone has a piece of paper, even if you only put one little dot on that paper, your paper is now original. So 99% of the paper is still white. Your one little dot makes that paper original. So if I take this picture of Virgil Abloh and I draw my signature on it, it's now original. It's not really about being totally 100% original. So with designs and stuff, really just chill out, you know, take your time, have fun, learn, but really don't try and be 100% original, because it's impossible, it's close to. And 2, you're going to kill yourself doing it. It's not worth it. I mean, that's just my little tip, and that's all my opinion, but it's the less I've tried to try and be original, the more work I've been able to make, the more my work has grown and gotten better. So if you keep putting yourself in these boxes, which art is all about getting outside of these boxes, but if you keep putting yourself in these boxes, how do you expect to grow? So that's just a little thought video for you, and I hope you have a good day.